EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Watch the pass. Check it out.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Hard. Hey, Mike 52. Hey, Foxtrot. I'm coming after you.
Here's Rosen to throw. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On third down, Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Let's go.
They're on 17-yard line.
Ready. 30 base. 56. All day, dog. Hey, Orvin. 56 Mike. Ready?
On first and 10, Tanner. This will be caught by Brown. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the gun on third down, Tanner. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On second down, this is Cannon. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll run. This is Cannon. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Cannon. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Trenton Cannon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Team 6. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Come on,
Now Rosen on first down. Taking a deep shot here. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Complete. Smith has it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Saints, first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there. I got one.
Here's Rosen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. But let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week, now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well,
the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
50 yards. 80. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On first down, it's Rosen. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Uchenna Nwosu make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Rosen completes it to Hardman. 22 yards there, a first down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
So don't say nothing. Check.
On second down, it's Cannon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Brings up 3rd and 13.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, a run with Cannon. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Tanner. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, Zoo. Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Throwing again. Tanner. That's complete to Butler. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Rosen now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Hey, exit. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Yeah.
Throwing on second and long. Rosen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And now it's Rosen looking. That's complete to Trenton Cannon, the running back. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 5. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third?
47. Go on. Check, 47. Check, in.
Operating from the gun, Tanner. Able to find Isabella. The 30, 20, touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, 77 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try to move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Middle.
Now Rosen looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
36. Bravo. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. I got it. 56, go. 56.
On first down, Tanner. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
You can't stop me.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double. Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, Tanner. And this is Cook with the ground. Past the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll run on first down with Cannon. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Let's go. Check, check, check.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, and it's Hill again. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Monday. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Hey, keep running.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Partner, I know that ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Rosen will throw. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Cook. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Ready, set. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Watch the backer, watch the backer. He's coming.
Rock it, rock it.
He's coming, double up.
Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, orbit.
Checkmate 47. All day, every day. Anything.
Operating from the gun, Tanner. They're able to locate Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Tanner. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter.
Go now. 70, Indy.
Focus, defense, focus.
2nd and 11. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 19.
56, right there, 56.
Don't get nervous. Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw again. The quick slant caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He's going to get it running right, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 37. Check 37.
They'll run again with Cannon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series.
They're going to run with Taysom Hill. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning. Come on now. Don't get nervous.
52's the
Hey,
mic.
Alpha.
52's the mic.
Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. The open man is Smith. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. To throw is Rosen. Being chased out left. He'll run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. That's the game.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hill. And he stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, team 6. 61, match spot, deep grip.
They'll look to throw. That's caught by Keyshawn Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First down, Arizona.
Here we go, set. 10-2 soft. Hey, Haywood.
Back to throw. Open man completes it to Butler. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey, check.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, 2.
56 to Mike, boy. 56, go.
On 4th down, Tanner. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Move.
56, Mike, 56.
He's back to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Ready to break.
56. Mike's 56. Bound to lose one.
Down.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, that's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties. You're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is. Ends up throwing the interception.
And 12 at the 16-yard line.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Saints, it's a rare bright spot.